We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Quickly to the air is Wilson. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
The Cowboys at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
On the ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Quickly to Addison here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, Do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 28. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Franklin, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up the running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Like one of the DBs has it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
So after the defense gets you the ball and a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
First down, and it's Pollard again. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Franklin. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Franklin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, it's Pollard. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they can't bring him down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Let's go now.
First down.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
They'll run on first down. Franklin. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Here's 3rd and 3.
19 Charger, 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. On first down, it's Franklin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Okay, great. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. Ready.
Looking to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
18, Pioneer. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing the best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Lamb in motion left.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
That's dumped off to Pollard. He's got room at the 30.
And down to the 27-yard line.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Wilson. Got his man there complete to Gallup. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Butker on for the PAT. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
That'll give them 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Right back to him on first down.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now a give, right side. It's Franklin, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. You want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
second down, Pollard again.
And some room to roam now.
Now he's loose again. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 71 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On play action, they'll throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Let's go now.
They'll run on 1st down. Franklin.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
70.
They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Franklin, and he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 22.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Buffalo 18. 65 catch. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happening now in the locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
On first down, it's Franklin to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Complete to Addison on the out route.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Franklin, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Vikings on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Back-to-back incompletions in what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Shifts by him, and he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
On the jump.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now 2nd and 3.
79 Broncos. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. That's down the field for Jefferson. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Pollard again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Let's go now.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He will go down. A Cowboys sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Dallas, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.